Chapter 13, 36. Part Man, Part Beast, Zuo Yahooi. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Cold Moon and Desolate Mountain. Two boar-headed beastmen carried Fang Yuan up the mountain from the front and back. Fang Yuan continued to observe. He did not act rashly. My body is a rank 4 goo master. I have an aperture and primeval essence, but I have no goo worms. And I am heavily injured and extremely weak, even if I am in a healthy state. Without any goo worms, I am no match for these two boar-headed beastmen. However, once we get to the cliff, these two boar-headed beastmen will toss me down. From this height, I will definitely die without the protection of any goo worms, unless I had the sovereign immortal body. Thus, my only hope of survival is on this road up the mountain. Immortal killer move, Unravel Dream. After analyzing this, Fang Yuan used this trump card. After activating Unravel Dream, Fang Yuan saw immediate effect. He felt like he regained some strength at this instant. For example, he was like an adventurer who was about to die of thirst in the desert earlier. But now he drank a few drops of water. There was an effect. But isn't the strength I recovered too little? Fang Yuan had no choice. He could only use Unravel Dream again. This time, some of his injuries had instantly formed scabs. The pain he was feeling became less intense. But on his chest and back, there were still several deep wounds where bones could be seen. They were not recovering. Unravel Dream. Unravel Dream. Unravel Dream. Fang Yuan had to use this immortal killer move continuously. His major injuries healed drastically. Though they did not form scabs, his bleeding condition had ceased. He regained quite a bit of strength. His body had regained some warmth from its initial icy state. But this did not give Fang Yuan any notable battle strength. He was still immortal now. He had primeval essence, but he could not fight any of the boar-headed beastmen alone. Moreover, there were two boar-headed beastmen, not just one. What is going on? Immortal killer move, Unravel Dream's effect, was so little. I used it 5 times, but this is all I got? Fang Yuan looked at the cliff that he was reaching. He made up his mind. Forget it. I should take action first. His body bounced up like a lobster. The two boar-headed beastmen were caught by surprise, and he managed to get free from them. Fang Yuan landed on the ground. The tough rocks stabbed into his wounds as he almost fainted from pain. The two boar-headed beastmen had already reacted. They shouted as they pounced at Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan used his profound fighting skills to dodge while escaping and running down the mountain. The two beastmen chased after him. In a while, the two boar beastmen found Fang Yuan. Plop! 2 white boar tusks stabbed into Fang Yuan's injuries on his back, penetrating out of his chest. Fang Yuan stopped moving. Blood flowed out of his mouth. Soon after, his vision turned dark. When he opened his eyes, he was in a hall. He had returned to reality again, sent out of the dream realm. His face was pale, his soul was injured. But what made Fang Yuan surprised was this strange dream realm. This dream realm is the most difficult one I have ever been in. Even though it is a realistic dream realm, the difficulty is incredibly high. As of now, I have not even finished exploring the first scene, and I have already died multiple times. Unravel Dream is also extremely weak in there. What is going on? This problem made Fang Yuan very perplexed. He thought about it and could not deduce anything. He had to take a step back and think about how he could deal with the two beastmen and escape alive. The boar-headed beastmen have huge bodies. If I can enter the forest, it would be easier. But this desolate mountain has no trees around. There are not even any piles of rocks. I can only use Unravel Dream 5 times. Any additional tries would have no effect. Even though it can allow me to regain my strength and stabilize my wounds, the effects are not much. It would be better to have a single goo worm. Furthermore, even if I have goo worms in a forest around, my stamina is limited. I cannot get far. After some analysis, Fang Yuan finally realized. So this dream realm forces me to fall to the bottom of the cliff? Entering the dream realm again. This time, Fang Yuan did not act rashly. He used Unravel Dream and preserved his strength and mental energy. When he was at the cliff, the two boar-headed beastmen tossed him over the cliff. But the point of difference was, in mid-air, Fang Yuan started to adjust his body, getting close to the cliff. Several breaths later, he saw some strange rocks on the wall. They were protruding out. There were also some trees that lived tenaciously on the cliff face. Bam! With a loud crash, Fang Yuan landed on a rock. His bones broke and he died. The speed of descent was too fast. My injuries were too severe. I died the moment I landed on a rock. It seems I need to land on the trees. Entering the dream realm again. Using this experience, Fang Yuan landed on a tree. Crack, crack. Following the sounds of some breaking branches, Fang Yuan fell downwards after his body broke some branches. But this time he fell much slower. He used his soles and arms to grab at the cliff wall and adjust his direction. The second tree. Plop! Fang Yuan landed on the tree trunk. He was pierced thoroughly by countless sharp leaves that were as long as an arm. Oh, he died on the spot. What? What is this tree? Fang Yuan was expelled from the dream realm again. After many tries, continuously using Guts Goo and Unravel Dream. After dying 18 times in the dream realm, Fang Yuan finally landed at the bottom of the valley. But his injuries were too severe. His four limbs were unusable. Only his right arm had some sensation left. He was batched in blood as his injuries tore open again. His warm blood was flowing out continuously. His bones were mostly fractured. The intense pain was assaulting him like burning fire. But this was the best result that Fang Yuan could achieve after countless tries. Unravel Dream. Unravel Dream. Unravel Dream. Fang Yuan used Unravel Dream. After he got to the bottom of the valley, it could be used again. Fang Yuan's injuries healed a little. He could exert strength in his right arm. His left leg also regained some sensation, but his right leg was completely broken. It was twisted by his ankle at an awkward angle. Fang Yuan quickly inspected the situation around him as he looked around. There was a pile of corpses. Like a mountain, flesh was rotting. The stench of corpses was dense as a mist, assaulting his nose. What do I do now? While Fang Yuan was dazed, he felt a strong Goo Immortal aura above his head. Two variant human rank, 7 Goo Immortals appeared in the sky. They were both beastmen. One had a boar head and human body, while another had a snake body and human head. Be careful, it's a big one down there. The Goo Immortal with a snake body and human head said in a cold voice. Ha ha ha, big fellow. Why are you sleeping? Wake up. The boar head and human body. Goo Immortal laughed loudly. The two were not quiet. They purposely amplified their voices. They sounded like rumbling thunder, reverberating in the valley. Incited by this voice, an overwhelming aura burst out of the mist-like stench of corpses. Rumble! An intense aura burst out in the surroundings. All of the stench in the valley was blown away. A giant figure appeared in front of Fang Yuan. It was a giant, 7 to 8 stories tall. It was black in color. Its black hair flowed like a cape, extending to its waist. Hidden by its hair were 2 bright red spots. It had awakened. The 2 beastmen Goo Immortals were stunned by this aura. They were no longer arrogant. They were filled with anxiety and fear. Fang Yuan was the same, because this monster's aura showed him. Rank 8 peak Goo Immortal aura, but it seems like a man and an immemorial desolate beast at the same time. Big fellow, go eat. That's right, this flesh and blood was obtained by our clan after many battles. The 2 beastmen Goo Immortals urged. How many times have I said it? I have a name. I am Zuo Yahooi. The black giant actually spoke, but it went back to eating after saying that. It stretched out its arms. Corpses were grabbed by its monstrous hands as it stuffed them into its mouth. This is not good. Fang Yuan thought, at this rate, he was going to be eaten. Southern border, Black Demon Pit. Southern border had many mountains and many pits. Black Demon Pit was not eye-catching among all the pits. It was small and did not have many downmarks. It produced some dark path resources, but for super forces it was not useful. And for normal forces, the excavation was too tough. Thus, nobody came here. But at this moment, Purple Mountain True Monarch and the others came to Black Demon Pit. What are we doing here? Bai Ningbing looked around. She used the investigative method from Bai Xiang's True Inheritance, but could not see anything. Her Purple Mountain True Monarch did not answer her. He spoke seemingly at the air. I am here. Act according to our agreement. Previously, I passed you my true inheritance. You owe me a favor. Favor? What favor? A voice came from within the pit. Afterwards, an intense aura burst out, from weak to strong. In the blink of an eye, Bai Ningbing's, Ying Wushi's, and the others' expressions changed. Only Purple Mountain True Monarch remained calm as before. Haven't you always wanted to be human? Zuo Yahooi. Human? Oh, I remember now. You are that guy from back then. Right. Back then, I helped you. You owe me a favor. I, Zuo Yahooi, want to be human. I need to return the favor. Tell me, what help do you need? What you are most skilled at eating humans. Ha 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 ha, I am sick of eating normal humans. Don't worry, they are immortals. There might even be rank 8 goo immortals. Purple Mountain. True Monarch smiled. That's good.